Swing Wave is not the event for the easily seasick marble, although fortunately for the Oceanics there is no water involved. Welcome back to the Jubilino tournament for Event 5, commentated by me, Nora, all the way up here in the commentators booth. In the last event, Funnel Endurance, there were some dramatic things happening as Team Primary and Rojo Rollers both managed to fall out of the track following the final funnel. Rojo Rollers issued an appeal for their points back and it was accepted by the JMA, so both Team Primary and Rojo Rollers have had their points reinstated, which means a slight shift to the standings as we go into this 5th event. Oceanics and Bumblebees still take the 1st and 2nd spots, but Rojo Rollers are now all the way up into 3rd place as we go into the Swing Wave, where each team goes down through the waves and has to try to finish in one of the sections with a higher number. This event is being done in a bracket style, and we've got Rojo Rollers and Wolfpack going first. A fairly decent performance from both teams there. Rojo Rollers managed to get up to the 7th section, with 1 in the 6th pit and 2 in the 5th. Whereas Wolfpack are a bit more spread out but a bit lower down, which gives them a total of 19 compared to Rojo Rollers' 23. Team Primary versus Minty Maniacs. Down they go, and that looks like Team Primary have managed to get higher. Minty Maniacs bunching down there on number 4, which isn't a great result for them. Disappointing considering their place in the standings at the moment, but they will have other chances in rounds a bit later on. Rojo Rollers and Team Primary now. Both Rojo Rollers and Team Primary managed to get 1 in 8, but Rojo Rollers have 2 in 6 compared to Team Primary's 1, which might give them a bit of an edge in terms of their total points. Yep, that's 23 for the Rojo Rollers. You'll see at the end there is a box which you don't want to fall in as you'll only get 1 point, but there's a tiny section between that box and the 10th pit where if you manage to land on that you get 12 points. Wolfpack here with a great result of all the way up to number 9. Minty Maniacs bunching a bit further up, which is good, but Wolfpack's 9 have given them 26 points in total compared to 21. Rojo Rollers and Minty Maniacs. A much better result from the Minty Maniacs there. 5, 6, 7 and 8, whereas Rojo Rollers haven't done so well in this round. Getting a 3. So they've got 19 total, but Minty Maniacs have 26. Wolfpack and Team Primary. Down they go, fairly spread out for Team Primary there, but where's their all the way up to 9 is their furthest marble. Wolfpack have bunched up fairly high up, which will be good for their numbers, but can it beat Team Primary's 9? It can. 27 for the Wolfpack in total. That means Wolfpack and Rojo Rollers will be going on to the next round, while Minty Maniacs and Team Primary will not. Time for Group B, started off by Team Momo and the Blackjacks. Down the waves, and an instant great result from Team Momo with 2 in 7, 1 in 8 and 1 in 9. It's a fairly similar result from both teams, but with Team Momo slightly shifted to the right, which will earn them more points. 31 in total. Oceanics against the Bumblebees. Seems like a couple of marbles there seemed a bit slow out of that start, but it seems to have helped the Bumblebees greatly as they've managed to get all the way up to 10. An excellent result from them there. They do have a 4, but with Oceanics having a 3, and is that a 2 as well? Disappointing result there. Loses them that round, but Team Momo and Oceanics now. That's 2 of Team Momo held back there, but once again, it seems to have done fairly well for them. So the question is it a tactic, or is it unintentional, and just seems to be quite helpful? Team Momo there with 28 over 20 points. Oceanics not doing so well in here considering their place in the standings. Blackjack now, an excellent result from the Blackjacks all the way up to the 10 with 1 in the 9, their lowest being 6. That'll definitely get them the win in this round over the Bumblebees. 32 points in total compared to 24. We haven't had any over the 10th box, but maybe Team Momo or the Bumblebees now could change that. And we've got another marble in the 10th section. Well done to the Bumblebees. 1 in 10 and 1 in 9. That's going to give them a great total. 32 with 30 from Team Momo, so very close, but they just missed out in that round. Blackjacks up against the Oceanics. Down they go. Ooh, and the Oceanics have lost one quite early, which isn't what they want from this. And Blackjacks have managed to get higher than the Oceanics as well, so it seems like this is going to be a Blackjacks victory of the two of them. 26 points over Oceanics 22. And we have our teams going on to the semi-finals. Wolfpack and Blackjacks and Team Momo and Rojo Rollers, with our 5th to 8th positions decided. Not a good result from the Oceanics, who've so far been doing very well. If you've ever fancied yourself owning the marbles that you see within the Yellow's Marble Runs videos, then feel free to visit the yellowsmarbleruns.com shop to buy the collector's tin or any of the tins with the teams in. And we're back for the semi-finals of the Swing Wave. Wolfpack up against Blackjacks. Wolfpack a bit slower out, but it doesn't seem to have worked for them this time. They've got 1 marble each up in 9, but Blackjacks have spread out a bit further up the field, with 1 just managing to fall into that 8th area there, compared to Wolfpack with 1 in 3. Team Momo and Rojo Rollers now. Down they go, fairly evenly, but nope, that's Team Momo far ahead of the Rojo Rollers there, with 1 in 9 and 1 in 10. You can see how close they are to falling behind. It just takes a tiny bit of extra energy to push them into the next number. And this angle really shows you how big the drop each time is. But it's impressive that none of them have managed to fall out of the area yet into the section that only gives you 1 point. But we haven't had any land in 12 yet. But we've got another 1 in 10. Well done to the Wolfpack there, but Rojo Rollers have managed to get 2 in 8, which is definitely going to help them points-wise. Question is it enough? No, it's not. Wolfpack with 30 points. And that gives them the bronze for this event. Which means it's only the final to go now, where we find out who takes first and who takes second. We've got Blackjacks up against Team Momo. Down they go, quite close to begin with, but Blackjacks just edges ahead and manages to get 1 in 8, 9 and 10. Which is a great result for them in the finals. That's 33 points and first place for the Blackjacks. Second place for Team Momo. Third place for the Wolfpack. And then we've got Oceanics down at the bottom with Team Primary and the Minty Maniacs. Minty Maniacs really must be hoping for better results in future events so that they can go up in the standings. But it's a great result for the Blackjacks, who have now taken first place in the standings after Event 5. Oceanics dropping down to second and Team Momo coming up to third. We'll see you next time.